I got a question for you guys.
What's up?
Who do you guys think Jura is?
Kamui, we're not.
Jura.
Kamui, we're not. Saron, you can answer that. Go ahead,
Jura.
Saron. Let's hear what
Who's
Saron
Jura?
has to say.
know
Can
who
you
that
pull up?
is.
Can you pull up the picture for Jura from?
Yeah.
He's one of the claw grime, or not the
Ah.
claw grime. The what do they call him? The vine tree.
Yeah, the
Dudes.
reading.
I
Yeah,
only
this guy.
know Alfred.
The nerd.
I only know
the book
Alfred.
guy.
What? I read. I'm a nerd. I'll take that.
I only know
Book
who
guy.
Alfred is.
Alfred.
Yeah.
It's
this is Alfred.
Alfredo.
No,
Alfredo.
this is
Nah,
Alfred.
we can't. We
Sauce?
can't get this.
No.
Can't name this
Alfredo's
brother
the other
Alfredo.
one.
This is
Bartholomew?
Alfred.
Delta?
No, this is not Alfredo.
I know people think this is Ishiki or Jigen because he acts like Jigen.
People
Same
say
mannerism.
Kawaki,
Absolutely
which
not.
throws me for a
He,
loop.
he,
Yeah,
act,
smart
he,
people
he
have
acts
said that.
nothing like Kawaki. He acts nothing like Kawaki.
Yeah, you're right,
at all.
Saron. And you know,
He-
Matsuri, she really acts like Moegi, now that you say that.
I know. I just
Mhm.
don't know how people are coming to the conclusion of Kawaki. I can
Exactly.
understand Jigen because Jigen, he has the mannerisms of Jigen. He acts kind of like Jigen. He sits in similar ways.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of has that same type of aura. He acts nothing like Kawaki, which I know doesn't mean he can't be Kawaki, but I can at least understand why people think he's Jigen.
Right.
I think him being either is dumb.
So who do you think he is?
I don't know.
If you
I
can
don't
just give a
care.
wild guess off his mannerisms.
Must be. It has to be Gara, right? Or Aruka.
No, it's
Gara.
obviously the Nine
My
Tails.
Or the
God.
Nine-Tailed
Aruka.
Fox.
Aruka.
I mean,
Oh,
Or a
I would like
Mizuki.
it.
It looks like the Nine Tails to me.
Stop it.
Yeah, he looks just like Harama.
Yeah.
He acts just like him,
Naruto's
too.
his target. Who else
I
could
would
it
like
be than the Nine Tails?
But how would they get the
honestly-
Nine Tails essence? So, like, somebody said that it might be like just the head body of the 10 Tails.
Yeah.
So, I'll be honest, I don't think it's anyone we know. Because if you look at Matsuri, she looks like someone we know. If you look at Habari is his name, I think. Looks like Sasuke.
Hidari.
The Bug one looks like Bug. This guy looks like absolutely no one we have ever seen before.
Bullshit,
I agree.
Bro. He looks like Kawaki and Jigen both.
No, he doesn't look like Kawaki at all.
I agree.
His
Not
head
even
hat
at all.
claw mark. Yes, he did. Bro, hold on.
You're only
What
saying
part
that
of it
because
looks
of
like
his
Kawaki?
because of the code part of him. Because of his claw mark.
What part of him looks like Kawaki? Where?
What, the pose?
Go
So
find
this Habari
photos.
one,
Hidari.
the Habari one has Sasuke's
Hidari!
hair. The
Habari.
Matsuri has.
It's not Hibachi.
I don't know the names.
All you know is
Sasuke's hair.
Hidari.
Hidari has Sasuke's hair. Matsuri has Moegi's hair. Why would this guy out of all of them be bald? Why?
He's
If
got
he was
that-
Kawaki, he would just
Yeah.
have Kawaki's hair.
Exactly.
Okay.
He's
Jigen and
not
Ishiki are
Kawaki.
both kind of bald, and he has the horn like Ishiki.
Like I said, I can understand it why it could be them, but you got insulted when I said it. I don't think it makes sense for him to be Kawaki.
Then
Wait,
why wouldn't
I
they
lean
just
towards
have a
Jigen
horn?
/ Ishiki,
Yeah,
but
why?
I do think I see the resemblance to Kawaki.
Okay, so why wouldn't they just have a horn instead of the claw mark, considering the rest of their
Why
body
wouldn't they
isn't the
just
claw
have
mark?
Jigen's
Like their
hair?
'Cause
ear
none of those
isn't
people.
a
Oodie,
claw
Oodie,
mark.
Sasuke, Moegi, and Bug don't have a horn. Ishiki is the only one of the four with a
So?
horn and no hair. So of course, his
What does
claw
that
mark
matter?
wouldn't be a hairstyle; it would be a horn.
No, no.
Okay, so
No, I'm saying why
How can
is
it
it
be
a claw
Jigen
mark
then?
instead of a horn? I'm not saying hair. Like, why isn't his nose in the shape of a claw mark that looks like a nose?
Wait,
I
his
don't
what?
shape-
know. They
why
just
is his
chose
horn a
their
claw mark?
hair.
So he's not going to envelop the whole 100% characteristics of the person or entity that they devoured. They have slight distinctions, like the Sasuke one. He looks like Sasuke, but he has nuanced differences that you can tell it's not Sasuke. So I don't think that they're going to be like dead on 100% to the T.
Hadari just looks like a dead Sasuke. That's it. That's really the only
Yeah.
difference.
I mean,
And then
They have like distinct differences though. Like even
Yeah.
Bugs. Like even if you just
But-
want to say his beard grew just a little bit, but like still.
I mean,
like,
honestly, Matsuri, I predicted her with the hair looking, the goofy hair, claw marks, and her art style gravel jutsu, which Oodie hates that I love to bring
everybody
that one
could
up.
guess that it
But
was
like otherwise,
Moegi.
her face
Nobody-
doesn't really look that much like Moegi. Freaking Jura looks more like Ishiki and Jigen and Kawaki than Matsuri actually looks like Moegi to me. The hair just stood out.
Literally everybody could guess who she was. It
Not
took,
Oodie.
took zero effort from most people in the community to guess that was Moegi. I
That's
feel
not
like it
that's
would.
not a good
I
person
don't
to
think
bring up.
I like how you
I
say
feel like a
most
single
people when
person
it's
didn't know
not
that it
all most
was
people.
Moegi.
Okay, tell it to
I
Mello
don't
who
think there's
thought
a
it was
single
Ada.
person I know who didn't know it was Moegi.
You know
Yeah.
Mello.
Yeah, that was pretty evident. I put up a poll. Hopefully,
Even though
like
I-
more people can
even
vote on
though
it.
people
But like
thought it was
more people on
Delta.
my poll are voting Jigen. I got a 40% on Jigen.
Which is the only
Let's
one
go,
I
wait.
can
Bro, of
actually
all the
understand.
females in Naruto, it could have been between Ada, Delta, and Moegi. People are choosing Moegi. I refuse to believe it. It'd be Tsunade
Everyone
before
thought it was
it'd
No,
be
I don't-
Moegi, Ood.
Honestly, when I was on
Everybody
Twitter
thought
when
it
this
was
first came out,
Moegi.
I immediately picked
No, they
Moegi. I only saw one other
Everybody
person
did.
after an hour of looking at spoilers say Moegi. Everyone was saying Delta or Ada.
Exactly. Like,
That's what
Saron, you're
I
just
was-
Wow,
wrong.
you're
Ancestral Saron.
Wow. I think I follow more people on Twitter and I'm more in tune into the community than Kamui is. I think so.
You think? Okay,
That's
That's
Ancestral.
fine, but I just see random posts. I saw random. I'm talking about the
I
average
saw
random ass
so
person,
many people
not a
saying that it was
YouTuber.
Moegi.
Yeah, after the YouTubers started saying it was Moegi.
Yeah.
After
course
no,
they're
no,
gonna
no. I'm
parrot
talking about
them.
of the spoiler day. People were saying that it was Moegi.
I read
everyone
the
did.
Okay.
spoilers as they came out, and I was making a video, and I didn't see anyone saying it until several hours after my video was done and other people's videos were done.
Sauron, that's just the filter bubble
dang.
effect. You saw
That's
what
a
you wanted to
odd
see.
discrepancy.
The algorithm gave you what you
I
wanted.
didn't want to see Moegi on my timeline.
You clearly tell it to your subconscious.
You think I want to see Moegi on my timeline?
Then tell it to Twitter, who made the algorithm
Nah, it's
based on your
kinda like-
subconscious.
Nah, it's kind of like I get what he's saying. It's like when you get a car, you never notice that car until you get it, and then when you're driving down the street, you start to notice that car more because you now have it. So now that you have the like knowledge and you put it out, so like you just under the assumption that because you're seeing it more, I should say because you put out the video.
I don't know.
It's a
that,
great
you
I
know,
just saw a lot of
Yeah.
people
I'm just
saying
going
that,
over.
like,
I'm just
maybe it
saying
wasn't
like
as
on
common.
Kamui's standpoint. Yeah, just
Yeah, because it's the same thing people do with like
know what?
advertisements. Yeah, it's the same idea.
I don't understand people thinking that it was Delta. To me, it was so obviously Moegi, but I guess so. Fine, that's fine. But so far, all of the grinds share some type of characteristic to the people that they absorb. Jura shares nothing for Kawaki.
Okay,
He looks
go to
nothing like
chat.
Kawaki.
Go to chat.
Stop
I lean towards
Stop
Jigen and Ishiki more than Kawaki, but go to the
Yeah.
chat of Discord.
My bad.
Really?
Okay.
Really?
Like, do you really not see any similarities between some of these
So
photos?
stupid.
Like, there's a
This
better.
is
I got a
are
better
you
Jura one
serious?
at the bottom.
Are you serious?
They do look
So
similar, bro.
stupid. Well, they both have a
Like-
side profile. I give you that.
I'm just saying. Oh, there, look. I'll put these ones side by side. The best two comparisons. I'm just saying, bro.
But why
You
would
can't tell me
why
this.
would
Look at the bottom two. The
why
bottom.
would you
How
go
can you say
to
there's
co-
zero comparison? There's clearly a similarity, whether
I'm
you
not-
like it or not.
I'm not blind. I can see what you're talking about. I just think it's a little
Okay,
funny.
then there is a similarity.
I wouldn't
There's
go to
more than
Kawaki
zero.
though.
Okay,
I
there's a
wouldn't go to
similarity
Kawaki.
between this person and the third Raikage. That being that they both have an ear.
Again,
They both
I
look
said it's
humanoid.
far more reasonable for it to be either Ishiki or Jigen. Going
That's fine. That's
straight
who I
to
lean more
Kawaki,
towards
though?
anyway.
Kawaki? Like how? Based on how we know how the process works, it doesn't even make sense. Heck, Ishiki and Jigen don't make sense either. Because
yeah, it doesn't.
Jigen's body is completely annihilated. It's burned to a crisp. There's nothing to absorb. And Ishiki died on a different planet.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So-
so
You don't
if
know if
it's
that's a different
okay,
planet.
so if it's Shigen or Ishiki, it would boil down to how Ten Tails are made for that.
Wait.
Or okay, there's two ways you can go about it. It's either because Jura would have to be the main body of the Ten Tails. It would either
Yeah.
have to be one of two things. Either because codes, like Boruto's theory, codes White Karma as Ishiki's essence. So the
Mhm.
main body picks up on that as a blank. It's the only thing it got. It didn't get Sasuke's chakra or whatever.
That's real.
Or the other
Oh my
option
gosh,
is
that's true.
depending
That's
on how
rough.
Ten Tails are made,
That's
if it
a
was
great
made
point.
from Ishiki.
No, that
It would have to
I
be one of
like
those.
I like the
No,
point
no,
that
no,
you
no, no,
made
no,
at
no.
the
That's a
beginning.
good point.
Yeah,
That's a
the
good
point
point.
that you made at the beginning because it
The
has
Otsutsuki
Ishiki's
essence.
essence. Yeah, so it would make sense that the main body
You
would
know
have.
what? You know
Yeah,
what?
I'm
I'm on
I'm leaning
board.
towards
It's Ishiki.
Ishiki.
It's
Yeah, I'm
Ishiki.
leaning
It's
towards
Ishiki.
Ishiki.
I'm
Yeah,
on, I'm
But
on
sure.
I mean,
board
like
now.
I said,
I'm
like I don't
convinced.
care if it's
Pick me,
because of
Jason.
how Ten Tails are made or because of code, but I think it's coming. Like that is probably Ishiki
It would
related.
make
one way or
sense if Jura, because he has a symbol on his back, he has, and he also has a Rinnegan as well. He was also had like the center
Hmm.
focus within chapter 4. He's seemingly the leader of these guys, which means it's likely that he was summoned first. If he was summoned first, it would make sense if his body was manifested into the only thing that it could draw something from, which is the Otsutsuki essence at his side of Code's White Karma, something
Fact.
that it actually recognizes, which means it turned it into something that it could actualize without absorbing anybody, and that happened to be Ishiki from the Otsutsuki essence of the White Karma. That all makes sense to me. I'm on board. I like it. Just
I
stop
mean, and
saying
then I will
Kawaki.
say, looking at the Kawaki and Jura panel here, the main similarity is A, the horn, which comes from Ishiki, and I guess B, the shark covering half of his face. That's really what it is. Half of that's
Didn't
just
Ishiki have
Ishiki.
this?
The horn doesn't even look similar.
Didn't Ishiki have the exact same
does.
collar?
I mean, I don't know if it ever covered his face like that, but
This
Like
horn
Yeah.
is
Ishiki had a
like
high
going
collar
up,
too, didn't he?
whereas this horn goes like downish straight.
I know, but Oodie, it's close enough. And like, look at minus the little curve in the front of his head. The rest of it is the same. It's clearly
exactly.
similar.
Well, this little curve in the
You
front
always say
isn't
it's
even
not
like
similar.
at all. It's like
Yes, it is.
completely different because this one goes the other way. Like it goes like around his head the other direction.
Yeah, it's on the okay, but it's the same shape. Yeah, it's the opposite direction,
Wait,
but
does
it's the same
Kawaki's horn even
shape.
beam
Kawaki's got
in
the
that?
eye in the wrong eye.
Wait,
I mean,
does
what
Kawaki's horn
Do you
being
wanna
in that
say that
position even
again?
make sense?
Kawaki has the eye in the wrong eye.
Kawaki's Sukuna Hikona, his eye that does Sukuna Hikona Daikokuten, is literally on the other eye from Ishiki. On the wrong eye. So
Okay.
I don't want to hear it if his horn goes the other way.
Okay. Sure.
Ishiki's special eye is his right eye. For Kawaki, it's his left eye. So if the horn goes the wrong way, I don't care.
I don't think that's a big difference for me, but
What do you mean?
Nah.
It's the same thing. It's the opposite thing.
okay, sure.
Somebody said didn't Ishiki link chakra with the Tensels? It could be that. But I don't think he linked chakra. I think he just absorbed chakra from the Sentinel. So I don't think that's
Yeah,
kind of
if his chakras linked, I think it's something not from that scene, but something from earlier on. Like how the Tentacles is formed or whatever else.
Yeah.
I mean, Kawaki
Yeah,
clearly
it'll make
has
this most
hair,
sense that Ishiki would be the body.
so I don't know
Yeah.
why Jura just
Ishiki doesn't
wouldn't
have
have
hair.
hair like here.
Yeah,
But
that's
Ishiki
my
doesn't have hair. He's only
again.
got
It
a
would only
horn.
make sense if it's Ishiki. Ishiki has no hair.
Jigen was able to pull out
Ugh.
the horn
What's
too.
up?
But no, come. I
Just-
really like your Ishiki idea. I'm all on board.
How have you
I'm
not
for
heard
it.
of this?
I still haven't finished
How did you
that
not
video.
think of it yourself?
I've been working on
Saron?
this Mitsuki rewrite.
Obviously,
I'm
when you
actually
first
not
read it.
entirely paying attention to. I haven't even read chapter 5 or 6.
Does that make sense? That's
I'm
ridiculous.
not
bro.
really. I'm not really into Boruto anymore. I stopped
No.
caring. I
See, once you
like.
started reading One Piece,
Yeah.
I was vaguely in. I was vaguely interested in what's happening in like chapter 5 and 6. I was like, oh, those sound like good chapters, and then I just never got around to actually reading them. So that's why I'm not super in tuned. I do pay attention to the community though, so I know quite a bit.
So Kamui, you wanna explain this difference here?
Wait,
Oh, I mean that's a
was-
difference. For
Oh
reference,
yeah, I
you can
was
also
right.
show the
Ishiki's
Ishiki
collar
cloak.
does do that.
I'll
I was
show you.
right.
I said
Ishiki's collar's
Ishiki's
like that.
cloak, and so Ishiki's is like the unzipped, obviously. So his is unzipped, but it has the same like the collar's high in the back of his head, like Jura's. Not so much like Kawaki's, and it comes down like Jura's, unlike Kawaki. If he zipped it up, it'd probably be more similar to Jura's, but his is of course unzipped. Now it's probably a more similar shape than the
Yeah.
Kawaki one, I would say.
Yeah, agreed. It's not just
I have a
there;
question.
it's
This is
also in the back. This goes like that direction, whereas this goes like
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
that direction. Yeah.
The similarity
Yeah.
for Kawaki is really just the way it covers his mouth, kind of like part of his face. That's something they kept doing, which they didn't really do with Ishiki, but they
It's
do that
far
with
more.
Kawaki a lot.
It is
But
far more similar to Ishiki's, as well as the weird little claw mark jutting out of his. It seems like, yeah, it could be Ishiki. Because why draw his collar in a similar way to Ishiki as well? Because most collars in the series aren't really drawn in that way.
Yeah. And then Kawaki's
They're
nose is
they're
clearly
in
more
the same
Yeah.
pointed.
placement.
This one's more round.
yeah, me,
Hold
I
on.
would the nose for. I mean,
Right.
let's see if there's any side profiles of Ishiki or Jigen for
I
that
don't.
matter.
I don't actually think there is, but let's
I
go
know. I feel
take
like
a look.
Ishiki's always drawn head on. I mean, I guess
crazy.
there's this, but it covers its nose.
They
But I'll send it
they always
anyway.
try and make him look like an imposing figure, so I don't think they ever
Yeah.
had him look like that before.
That's kind of a cool thing if it's intentional.
Oh, I found one.
Okay.
I think they have the same nose. Hold on. Am I stupid? Do the noses not look similar or what?
I don't think that's too similar, right?
Did you
Mm,
send it?
I need
Yeah.
to
I'm not
find a
looking.
different one because
he
it's
did.
from afar. Maybe is there's one up close?
Well, to be fair, I feel like this is a very early, primitive version of Ishiki's design. Like, I feel like this is not how he turns out looking later on. The head
This
structure
looks
is
like the
very
first
weird.
chapter.
Looks
This
like
is
he's
his
wearing a
first chapter
choker.
of being in.
Yeah. It's Sarada's choker
Yeah,
on.
and he gets rid of that, but
I'll try and find a
Looks
later one, but he's
weird.
not usually shown like this.
Yeah.
Oodie, I sent Kashi Koji's nose. This is a panel, by the way, just real quick. This is a panel of the Boruto manga. This.
Yeah, this is what I mean, like
That's so good.
Ikimoto wasting panels, anyways.
Yeah.
And in fact, on
Those
that
two-
page, there are 3 Kashin Koji nose panels.
Oh my god.
Hey, it's useful. It's useful work.
Oh, on the next
Useful
page is
stuff.
another one. Can't get enough of Kashin Koji's nose. They don't really
Nose.
do much. They do some almost side profiles, but they're like a
Backfires, gotcha.
little bit head on. They
I've
don't tend
looked
to.
and through 4 chapters now. I still don't see anything. Though.
Yeah, because they never draw as sideways as Kawaki and Jura there. Like they do, it's a little bit more head on.
Their faces do kind of look somewhat similar. Wait, do they?
No, they don't.
Does Jura have eye bags?
It's a placebo effect, Saron. They don't look similar.
It is up both. Oh yeah, Jura does have eye bags.
He has long
he?
eyelashes.
Oh,
Just
no.
like
Neither
him.
Kawaki or Ishiki really have that. The coat does. So you could
Yeah.
say that the mix of code and Ishiki because of the karma for that reason.
The problem with that is who his target is. Like, both Code and Ishiki is like not. First target would definitely not be Naruto.
Well, what I'm saying though is for them, it depends on what the reason for the target is. If it's just strong feelings, if hatred counts, both Ishiki and Code hated Naruto. According to Code, Naruto was Code's #1 target. Okay, so they hated Naruto because it's
They really
ultimately
look
very
nothing
unknown that killed
alike.
Ishiki.
Nothing
I feel like
alike.
Code did
I
not
don't know.
harbor
But I do like the
strong,
Ishiki idea.
intense feelings against Naruto. I mean, Code and Naruto literally met
Only
in the
hatred.
Code arc. Code was not flipping out.
Okay, but he still hated Naruto. He was his #1 target.
Wait,
I feel like
if it's Ishiki, why would his #1 target be? Oh wait, because I guess Naruto caused him to die. So.
yeah, but I don't think Code
Yeah,
knows
exactly.
that.
Like, and obviously Kawaki would make sense, but like For non-Atsuki anyway, Naruto would be next. You could argue for like Kashin Koji or Amado or something.
Yeah, he
but
definitely hates
Naruto
No,
Kawaki
no, no,
more.
no, no. It would make sense for it to be Naruto since Naruto's the one who put him in that position in the first place.
But
Kawaki
Ko
just
doesn't know
stunned him.
that.
That's it.
I mean, either way, Naruto was his #1 target according to Code himself. So
Yeah, I don't think Ishiki really cares about
Wait.
that.
Code hates Naruto because I'm pretty sure he sees Naruto as the one who took
He sees
Ishiki.
No, he
Naruto's the one who
sees
death.
them
killed Ishiki,
all
pretty much.
equally as the one who killed Ishiki.
no, he doesn't.
Everyone
He
on his
literally-
target
Oodie, I don't want
list.
to debate this with you every other podcast. He said
Didn't he
Naruto was his
specifically
#1
say-
target.
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't care. He still views everyone there equally responsible for Ishiki's death. He said that.
Okay, I don't care if that's the case. Naruto's still his #1 target. He hates him the most.
Just because he's his
Besides
number one
Kawaki,
target
maybe.
doesn't mean he hates him the most.
It's implied.
No, it's not.
I think Code definitely hates Kawaki more because he already has
He
reasons
hates
against
Kawaki more,
Exactly.
but
Okay, so then his target would be Kawaki, not
But
Naruto.
outside of the Atsuki targets anyway, like if they're ignoring besides Atsuki, who's your target, I think Naruto would be the next sensible one,
Mhm.
regardless.
I feel like he would
Regardless, you
hate
think
Sasuke
Kawaki's the
more.
bigger target.
He would definitely hate Sasuke more.
No,
Who?
I don't think so. Sasuke didn't do shit in the Ishiki fight for him to hate him for.
He
Sasuke
doesn't know
didn't
that.
do anything.
Yeah, I'm mostly focusing on Ishiki. I only mentioned Code because if Code has a little bit of an influence on Jura, then, you can add that in.
I feel
But-
like
I wonder if
Mostly
Kawaki's
focus
horn
on
became
Ishiki.
larger.
if we're talking about very specific feelings, I feel like Sasuke was more annoying to Ishiki than Naruto was.
Maybe.
Yeah, okay. I was expecting you to disagree. I'm glad you agreed.
No, because he said that damn to Riddigon like 50
I
times.
know. Yeah. Like, sure, Naruto might have been more frustrating.
If
might have
anything,
more
he wasn't annoyed with
anger-inducing.
Sasuke. He was annoyed with specifically the Riddigon.
Or that Uchiha brat or whatever.
If Sasuke still did this Rinnegan, that would have been Jorah's target. The
Yeah.
Rinnegan. My target is the Rinnegan.
I mean,
Wait,
if
Code's already
anything,
following
funny
this
enough,
guy?
you could say that Code hates Shikamaru more than he does Naruto. I think that's honestly, I think that's just straight up true.
I don't know, but it's definitely funnier.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with it because of how funny it is.
Okay.
Shikadir is his ultimate target.
Narratively, that would actually be pretty cool if Jura did go after Shikadir. Especially if Jura
Shikadir, yeah,
only
Shikadir would be
called him
done for.
Shikadir, yeah.
Yeah, my target is Shikadir. They're like, he's like, Shikamaru? No, Shikadir. Shikadir's my target.
Ikadir.
No, I feel like in terms of Naruto, though, I feel like Academy Sasuke hated, or at least it came across as him hating Naruto more than Code, based on Code's interaction with Naruto in the Code arc.
The first thing he tried to do was get him killed. Sasuke never did that.
Okay, we're moving on.
And Code tried to do that because he was on his retribution list.
I'm lost. Let's move on to another topic.
So
I'm lost.
So Saron, since you said it yourself, using your own words, why was it so obvious to you that Matsuri was Moegi? What gave it away?
It was just the hair. That's it.
The hair. Okay.
Oodie, you
That's
can't
it.
hate me anymore because I said it was the hair and the Earth style gravel jutsu. Okay, I had 2 reasons. at
Oh
least.
wait, I forgot she did that. It was that as well.
Oh my god.
It's because that's the exact same Earth style jutsu that Moegi did on Amado.
What do you
and
know,
sells them.
Oodie? Great minds think
You
alike,
said
huh?
it
Combine
yourself
that with
that Jura doesn't
combine
look like
that with
anyone.
the haircut.
So if Jura doesn't look like anyone, why are you going to take features of a different claw grime and say, oh, it looks like someone, so it has to be them?
He
Huh?
seems to be coming around to Jura looking like Ishiki.
He's
Is
not.
he? I don't think he is.
Yeah, freaking suck it, Kamui.
I think that was the opposite.
Gaslight.
I think that was the opposite. Did you just gaslight live on stream?
He pulled a nudie.
I mean,
I feel like
it
that's a
felt
bad
like
look.
it felt like you were coming around to it.
No, it didn't. He just gaslighted live on stream. He isn't even aware of his gaslight. Crazy.
I think
Okay, I'm
it's
confused.
probably
I
a
was saying that I
Swiftie
feel like
thing.
Saron's coming around to the Ishiki idea. What are you talking about?
Oh, I was. You were
What are you
I thought you were
talking about me gaslighting
I
about?
told you, it's a Swiftie
Oh, I thought you were
thing,
talking about-
Saron.
Wait, I thought you were talking about.
No!
Yes. We're moving on.
I'm so confused.
Was. Oh no, yeah, I definitely am coming around to the Ishiki thing.
Yeah, I didn't
100%.
gaslight anyone, dude. I was like, what do you
I thought you
mean?
were-
I
I
was
thought
like,
you- I
it
thought you
seemed
were
like Saron
talking
was
about
definitely coming
Oodie.
around to
Kamui,
it.
you literally said you
thought
were
you were talking about
gaslighting
Oodie.
someone.
No, he didn't. Anyways.
I said, I was confused, bro. I don't know.
Okay,
What were you talking about, Oodie?
regardless
What
of
the-
who Jura is.
Yeah, Oodie was the one gaslighting.
Wait,
I
clearly.
thought it was really funny how Jura's book, especially the one he was reading, regardless of the ones on
Wait.
the side,
Ood,
this was
if
just
you
straight
knew
up.
what Kamui was talking about,
This was
why
just
didn't
straight
you
up
correct
blank.
me?